Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Behind me, 2013 Hyundai Elantra. We're going to be replacing the rear brake pads and rotors. Let's get started. First thing we want to do is jack the vehicle up, put it on jack stands, we'll pull a tire off. All right, let me zoom you in. Pull our caliper off is two 14mm bolts. The lower bolt is easiest to get either with an extension or a wrench. If you use an extension, you can push that spring out of the way with your extension, get that socket on there nice and center. The good news is these aren't too tight. There we go. Get the rest of the way. Pull our caliper straight back, and we'll just let it hang there. Next, we can push our pads out. There we go. This next step you could do with the bracket still on or off, that's up to you. I like to do it with the bracket on. We'll pull off our old hardware, just like that. Take our slide pins out one at a time, wipe off the old caliper grease, and we'll install new grease. It's important that this is a caliper grease and not just a regular petroleum-based grease. Slide that back in. I like to twist it as it goes in. Perfect. We'll do the bottom. Wipe it off. New grease. Whoa, that's a lot of grease. Get some of that off. There we go. Slide that in. Give it a twist. Perfect. Now let's pull our bracket off, two 14mm bolts. Buzz these out the rest of the way. All right, we'll set this aside. Let's work on getting our rotor off. Our rotor is held on with two Phillips screws. The best way to get those off is with an impact driver. We'll put this on like that. See if we can get it without having to hit it. Nope. Okay, then we just hit it with a hammer. There we go. Now I kind of jumped ahead. I recommend doing this part before you remove your caliper, because if needed, you can put your emergency brake on and lock this rotor in place so it doesn't spin on you. But I think we'll be okay. There we go. All right, we'll hit on our rotor and that'll break it loose. Oh, perfect. Now if you have any corrosion on your wheel hub, we want to get that off either with a wire wheel on a drill or with a wire brush, but this looks pretty good. Now we want to push in our caliper piston. This requires a special tool. You can rent this tool from the auto parts store, or I'll have a link in the description for the one I'm using. You'll notice on your caliper piston, it has 4 little grooves. So on the tool, we have 4 protrusions. That'll go in the groove, and what the tool does is spins the piston at the same time as it pushes it in. So it twists and pushes in. We also want to note the orientation of these notches. Let me show you on an old brake pad. You can see the imprint on the old brake pad. There's a little dowel protrusion at the bottom. That fits right inside one of these notches. So if you look on the caliper, we want this notch to be in the center of this square housing, or this other notch in the center of our window, whichever is easiest for you to eyeball. All right, let's push in our piston. So this tool comes in a couple of pieces. We want the RH, the right hand. We'll slide this on like that. And then we'll get our little adapter. We'll put that on. So now all 4 protrusions are facing forward. We'll slide this in just until those protrusions line up with our notches. We'll get this started like that. Okay, so we're nice and tight. Now we'll twist. We'll have to reset. Twist again. There we go. Reset. Twist again. And we'll just keep doing that. Twist a little, tighten up our tool. Twist a little, tighten up our tool. All right, you'll see our caliper boot starting to twist. That's okay. There we go, we are bottomed out. Now we can take our tool, we'll unscrew it here, pop it out, take off our little plate here, and then now we'll just turn it in reverse. That'll straighten out our boot, and we'll line up our notch. So just like that, perfect. Let's see where our notch is a little more. Like that, okay. There, something like that. That's pretty close. Now we can work on getting our rotor on. Our new rotor comes with a protective coating that we want to wipe off. Take a little brake clean, spray it down. That should be good enough. We'll give it a good wipe. Now let's install it. We're gonna line up our screw holes, just like that. We're gonna put a little bit of anti-seize on our screw before installing it. Just snug and snug, perfect. Now we'll install new hardware on our bracket. We wanna clean these channels out the best we can, either with a flat screwdriver or a wire brush. And then we'll just push in our new hardware. There we go. And I like using a flat screwdriver to push it in all the way to make sure it's seated. Now we'll flip this around, do the same thing. Let's push this in, make sure we're seated. Nice. Now let's install our bracket. Just slide this in, put our bolts through, snug them down. Now these are torqued between 47 and 54 foot-pounds. Put on our new brake pads. We want the wear indicator on our inside bottom. There we go. We'll put our caliper on, just like that. And with the flashlight, I'm just gonna double check that we land right in our notch. Perfect. Put these back on. And these are torqued between 16 and 23 foot-pounds. We'll throw our tire back on and do the same thing to the other side. All right, there you go. That's how you can replace rear brake pads and rotors on your Hyundai Elantra. Overall, not too bad. It does require that one special tool for pushing in that caliper piston. Other than that, pretty straightforward. Next thing we want to do is brake in our new brakes. So how we do that is we take the vehicle up to about 30-35 miles an hour and then come to a nice positive stop. Now we don't want to lock the brakes, but we do want to come to a nice good stop. Then bring the vehicle back up 30-35 miles an hour and do the same thing. Come to a nice stop. We'll do that about 4 or 5 times and then our new brakes are ready to go. One thing to note before putting it in reverse or drive, pump the brakes. Because we pushed in those caliper pistons, we want to bring them back out. So that's an important safety tip. All right, I'll have links in the description for all the parts and tools used. If you have any questions, comment, post down below. I hope your repair goes well. We'll see you on the next one.